Welcome to the Elite Game Podcast. And today we're going to talk about your wife. Yep, I'm going to talk about your wife and my wife and every man's wife. Why? Power, strength, motivation, inspiration. Did you ever leave the house after you got into a fight with a wife? Remember that? Like, how do you feel, man? You feel like shit. Right? You leave the house, you're aggravated, you're anxious, you're either depressed or sad or mad or angry, and you go out there and you try your best not to bring that into work, but it's impossible, right? It's impossible. Because if it's a real fight, and then if you love your wife, then that shit's going to fucking bother you. It's going to bother you. Now, we all been there, and we all know how it is to leave the house. After you make love, after the wife kisses you, after everything is great, you feel like you can conquer everything, right? So the importance of the way a man leaves the house to go out there and do what he has to do, provide, protect, like it's imperative. Like the importance of the core of his world, which is his family, and the energy that he gets from them and the energy that he gives them is of the most importance. So as a married man, like I look at my wife and I should count on her to be there for me, to give me what I need. The same thing with her. I should be there for her to give to her whatever she needs. Now, how do I make sure that when I need something from her, when I need that energy, right, that emotional connection, that fire, that motivation, that love, that she will give it to me, that she has enough that she will give it to me when I need it? Because this stuff is practical, man. This is very practical stuff that happens in a man's life that we need to be aware. So I look at it like this. Like there is an emotional tank that my wife carries with her. This tank where she stores love, warmness, compassion, touch, right? That energy that she can give to me. And this tank that she carries around, like a tank of gas in your car, it can either be full or empty or somewhere in between, right? And how do we make sure that that tank is full for whenever we need it? Because, dude, as a man, as a married man, you need that shit every day, right? You need that every day. You need that energy from your wife to go out there. That's why God created the things the way he created it. That's why God gave men his wife. So she can give to him whatever he cannot give to himself. So how do we make sure that her tank is full all the time? Because the worst thing is, man, when you need energy, when you need love, when you need that thing from your wife and she has none. And it's not necessarily her fault. Most of the times, it's your fault as the man, as the leader of the house. It always comes down to you, bro. It always comes down to your ability to lead and to give to others first in your home, so then later you can receive. Do not fall into the mistake of thinking that you receive before you give, because it does not work like that in a man's world. Brother, first, you need to give so then you can receive. So how do we make sure the wife's tank is always full? We do this by, imagine an ATM machine. Same thing. In order for you to have money, so you can put in the card and get the money out of the ATM machine, you need to make deposits. You need to make deposits first. You need to go to a bank, get deposit 1,000 here, 2,000 there, 500, 10,000. You need to make deposits. So then when you need the money, it's there. The same thing with the wife. Like, how many deposits are you making daily, weekly, bro? Like, how many deposits of love, warmness, attention, gifts, acts of service, how many deposits are you doing daily? Because there's going to come a point there you're going to need something from her, which if you are in a normal, regular marriage, is every day. So how do we make sure that she has what you need? Like, it's the deposits. It's the daily deposits. It's the messages that you can send out, text message or video messages. It's the flowers here and there you can bring her. It's the attention you can give to her. Like when you're talking, communicating, you're actually there. It's the asking questions and wanting to know about where she's at, what did she do that day. Even though you don't care, man, or not in a mean way, but even if you don't really are that excited to know, it doesn't matter. If you ask, if you are present and sincerely listening, then that's it. That's what you can give to her. Another thing is, what can you do to show her that you love her? Like, there's all these things throughout the day that we can do to make deposits, to fill up that tank. So when you need it, bro, when you need that sex at night, when you need her emotional availability to take care of something, when you need her, she's there. She can give that to you because her love tank, her emotional tank, her energy tank is full. So the wife is the number one piece, right? That can give you the energy that you need as a man, as a husband, to go out there into the world and do what you got to do. Another thing is your kids, right? The same thing works with your kids. Like, how filled are their tanks? How filled are their emotional tanks? Like, how often do you deposit love, attention into your children's tanks? So then when you get home from work, like, they can give that back to you because they're full. Like, do you understand? Have you ever asked that maybe sometimes you get upset because, you know what, nobody gives me attention. I do all of this. I do this, and nobody cares when I get home, when nobody pays attention if I need anything, and we got all upset and angry because we're not getting what we need from them. But maybe the truth is their tank is empty, and you haven't really paid attention or took the time in order to make the deposits that you need, bro. Have you ever thought about that? Like, another thing that gives you energy, that can give you the energy that you need in order to go out there and solve problems, right? And get up when you fall down out there in the workspace or whatever you're doing throughout the day. I hope it's working. Like, the energy comes from your body too. Like, how many deposits are you putting into your body? So then when you need something from your body, it's there. Right? When you need your body to make love to your wife, when you need your body to do anything, play with your kids, play a sport, to lift something heavy, to anything. When you need your body, how do you know that it's going to be there? How many deposits are you giving to your body? Like working out, the food that you put in your body, the love that you give your body, the attention that it needs. What's the energy that you get from being connected to God? How much time do you spend together in meditation with God, in prayer? It goes back to the same thing. How much of a deposit are you making daily, weekly with Him? Like, how often do you pray? Do you meditate? Do you study his word? So then when you need him, and when you need your faith, because when you need him, he's always going to be there. He's never going to say no to you. But when you need your faith, and that's where the strength comes from, when you need your faith, then you have access to that strength you need. When something happens in your life, when somebody dies, when a tragedy happens, something fucked up happens in your life, so you don't despair, so you don't fall apart, so you can be strong for yourself and for your family. Like if you haven't made any deposits in your faith, then you're not going to have that when you need it, man. So we deposit daily into our faith, into our body, into the relationships we have with our children, with our wife, and the people around us. That's important with us. So this thing is very interesting of giving and receiving, right? Because we always have, sorry, not always, but most of us have been in relationships that the other person likes to receive way more than to give, right? They like to take. They're takers. There are people that are takers. They will just love receiving. And guess what? It comes to a point where it ends because the tank gets empty. So next time, pay attention, right? Pay attention to your daily deposits that you're doing towards yourself, towards your body, towards your faith, towards your kids, and towards your wife. And I go back to the same thing that I said in the beginning, that is, your wife's emotional tank, your wife's love tank, energy tank, has to be your priority, bro. Your wife's energy tank needs to be your priority. Like, you need to put deposits daily. You need to deposit that love, attention daily, so it's full. So then she can give that back to you, man, in the ways that you need. Like, do you understand that it's a reciprocity thing, but it starts with you giving first. First we give as men, then we have the right to go and take and receive. That is the big key. Like, you have no right to go and ask for something when you haven't given anything, when you haven't given in a long time. Like, don't go ask your wife for sex when you haven't given her attention, love, the communication, the presence, the attention, the love that she needs. Like, then don't act surprised, man. So it all comes down to the whole concept of having a life that we have everything that we need. But in order to receive what we need to put in the work. We need to give first, right? That's it. That's simple, man. It's simple. So that's the message right there. Like, you can have everything you want, but first you need to deposit. First you need to give. As a man, that's your duty. And you know what? Once you understand this game and how it works, it's all a matter of consistently putting in the deposits, consistently doing the work. And after that, you just keep playing like that every day. And you keep winning, winning, and winning. See you next time.